Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so welcome a new day to life. How are you all?
Ma'am, we are fine.
Fine.
We are
Ma'am,
fine.
we are fine.
Okay. So, as this day is a new one, naturally all of us will be waiting to learn something new. Now, what new? What do you all do when you get up very early in the morning? Naturally, you go to the washroom just to brush your teeth, use the toilet, isn't it? You do that. Then after that, what do you do? Nowadays, you are at home and all of you must be going for walk or doing some yoga. Am I right? Am I right? Yes? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, some of you may not also be. So today in our class, I will just be telling you that nature is such a beautiful thing that everyone loves to observe it. Even you love to observe it, even I also love to observe it. What do we observe in nature? When you see, Rourkela is also known as a green city. You might have seen big hoardings around Rourkela where it is written Rourkela Green City, Steel City but Green City, because in our township we can find many green trees all around, if I am not wrong. So today in this lesson, structure and function of living organisms, also it is chapter number 8 in your book. You can open that by yourself and see. It is all about plants, and since last classes we have been learning about this different systems of the plants. Okay, so I have with me some things which you can see. See this. Is it visible? See, this is, if I turn it upside down, you can see this is a small plant. Yes, this is a small plant. There are roots, there is a shoot, there are leaves, but there are no flowers because this plant is a young plant. Okay, you know the importance of root system. Children, I am just recapping it. Okay, you know all of these things from before. This is the root system. It is a very important part of the plant. Its main function is to absorb water and mineral salts. Then what else? It also helps the plant to stand straight. Okay, then see here, this is the root, which if I turn it upside down, you can see the roots are straight, all coming from one root. Okay, but here I have another root. See, this is the roots of grass. You can find some difference. In this, the first one, you can see the roots are from one. So they are the tap roots. But in this plant, you can see this is a grass, not plant, this is a grass. Grass also is a plant. But you can see there are roots at different nodes. The roots are at the nodes and there are so many. They are very lengthy and so many. Okay. This is we have already learned about. I am just revising it. Next is about the leaves. Leaves are the important portion of the plant. They are green in color. Always we see leaves are green in color. You can see the venation of it. See the venation? I will just turn it back. The veins are very clearly visible. Right? The veins are very clearly visible in this plant. Around your houses there will be guava plants, jackfruit plants, trees, and so you can see the leaves. They have very good venation. This type of venation is said to be a reticulate venation. We have studied about it. And this is the leaf of a grass, a flower that belongs to grass family. You can see the venations are straight, they are parallel. So this venation means veins present in a leaf. Okay, so the veins carry the food. You know, leaves prepare food by the plant. By the process of, you can use the chart box to write down your answers. The leaves prepare food by the process of Please use your chat box to write down the answer. Leaves prepare food by the process of, yes children, very easy. It is known as photosynthesis. Okay, it is known as photosynthesis. Yes, somebody has answered. Ashutosh Malik has answered. The process is said to be photosynthesis. Yes, many students are. Alright, so leaves are green in color. They are also very colorful. When we see in some plants, leaves are also colorful. Their main function is to prepare food for the plant. Likewise, when you knew the function of the root and we studied about the function of the leaves, what is the stem? The stem holds the branches on it. Yes, the stem holds the branches on it. If I show you this plant once again, you can see the leaves are present because this is a herb. We can see branches are there now from one. See here, two are coming from one. So you can see the branches are there on the stem. There are leaves on those nodes. So plant is a very important living creature because it prepares food by itself. They are also known as dash. Because plants prepare their food, they are also known as dash. What are they known as? Any guesses? You can use the chat box to write down the answer. If anyone has written, it's fine. Yes, children? They are known as, you have forgotten I think so. They are known as your autotrophs. Okay, they are known as your autotrophs because they prepare their own food. Auto, the word means self. Trophs means preparation. Self-preparation are known as your autotrophs. Fine? Okay. So today I would ask you one question because I go into my topic. I want to explore my topic with you. I would like to ask you that, wait, I'll ask somebody who has to use the chat box to answer it to me. Okay, Sagar, tell me which is your favorite flower. Others get ready. I may ask anybody. Sagar, tell me which is your favorite flower.
Ma'am, rose.
Aditi? Aditi Pradhan.
Yes, ma'am.
Your favorite flower?
Ma'am, rose.
Rose. Okay, I should get another one answer. Let me ask Buddhadev. Yes, Buddhadev, which is your favorite flower?
Ma'am, sunflower.
Sunflower. Very good. A different answer, of course. Nandini, are you there? If you're there, tell me which is your favorite flower?
Ma'am, my favorite flower is jasmine.
Jasmine. Okay, nice. We got 3 varieties. 2 of you said it is rose. I have rose with me. See, I have brought a rose flower with me. You can see it is differently colored. Very beautiful colored. Yes. So why do we mention of these flowers? Because they are very unique and it can make anybody smile. But these are the things apart. Okay, these are the things apart. But apart than this, what is the reality in these flowers? The flowers have their own, own importance. The flowers have their own importance. Now, what is the importance? The importance is, you have heard of the word reproduction. Have you all heard of this word reproduction? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So reproduction means to produce one of its same kind. So flowers are one of the most important organs of a plant body which helps in reproduction. So these flowers, though they are the important parts, but how are they important? Because flowers will form fruits and the fruits will form seeds. Okay, so they have their own importance. Why? Because they are very colorful, very attractive. They attract the insects towards them. Then you might have heard of the word pollination. Okay, you might have seen honey is going from one flower to, honeybee is going one flower to flower. So with me today, I have varieties of flowers. I have a rose. I have a marigold. Okay. Then I have a hibiscus, shoe flower or hibiscus. Then I have calendula. See, I have brought varieties of flowers. This is also one flower which is used in the bouquets. Okay. Then I also have mustard flower. Though it is wilting, see here, mustard. Okay, you can see the pods coming out. So likewise, I have many more. I have also a rose bud. So today when we are studying about the parts of a flower, I will just show it to you, then we will refer with the smart board. Okay, see, this flower is in bud condition. This flower is in bud condition. You can see the lower part of the flower is green in color. Is it not? It is green in color. You can see some winged structures have come out. You can see this colorful parts. And in some flowers like your hibiscus, this would be better. In this hibiscus, you can see, if I just turn it upside down, you can find it has a stalk. The stalk of a flower is known as your petiole. Okay, it is known as petiole, P-E-T-I-O-L-E, petiole. It has green structures here. Okay, these green structures are known as your sepals. Okay, yes. Otherwise, the scientific name of sepals is calyx, C-A-L-Y-X, calyx. Then we have these colored structures. These colored structures are your petals. They are very colorful. Only the important thing of the flower is this color of the flower. It attracts insects like butterfly, honeybee, okay, even drones also, the male bees, drones, it attracts them also. Huh? For what? For pollination. They are brightly colored. In some of the plants like your rose, just let me smell and see. Yes, it smells very nice. So what do I mean to say? These flowers, though they are attractive in their colors, they also have beautiful scent to attract the insects for the process of pollination. And pollination is a part of reproduction, especially in flowering plants. Okay, next is, see, I'm using this hibiscus flower just to show you about the male parts of a flower. In the flower also there are male parts and the female parts. I have another flower, might have seen, this is a flower, it is used in the bouquet. So if I show you this way, I think it's visible to all of you. So this grand structures, the long structures, you can see, this is the male part of a flower. This structure is the male part of a flower. Okay. This male part of a flower, it is known as the filament. This is known as the anther. The anther has presence of pollen grains. The anther has presence of pollen grains. This is the stigma. So let us do little bit expedition work to find out. I am taking this hibiscus to make you know, to find out how the male and the female parts are present in a flower. Okay, I am just putting it out. Okay, I have taken out the petals. These are the petals. I am just dissecting it. Okay, so in your book, in page number 133, you can see that this is the cut section. I have just taken out some of the petals. I am removing this to make it more easier. This is the half part of a flower. You can see this is the top part. Children, you can do it even at home, but now you have to watch. This total is the stigma. These are the anther. These are yellow in color. Okay, these are yellow in color because of the presence of pollen grains. So we have the female part, I said you, we also have the male part. In the female part, there is stigma, style and ovary. Okay, so the stigma, what does it do? It has some function. What is the function of stigma? It allows the pollen grains to stick over it. Okay, so the stigma is sticky, allowing the pollen grains to stick over it, and later when pollination takes place, the pollen grains have tubes going down into the ovary. So I am just trying to dissect it with my hand, with my fingers. It's gone. Okay. Okay, if we cut it off, take our time and put it out, we can find one tube enlarged going into the ovary. Okay, so you can see just removing this. Okay, see here, this is the ovary. Okay, and this was the stigma. This was the stigma. The stigma is sticky. I just removed it, children. It is sticky. Okay, anyways, you got an idea. So the stigma is sticky and it allows the pollen grains to stick over it. Likewise, in different flowers where both the parts are present, the male and the female, you can find there are differences. So remember one thing, the female part is the stigma, style and the ovary. So known as pedicel, it is also known as the carpel or the pistil. The female part of the flower is known as the carpel or the pistil. Now, and the male part which consists of the anther and the pollen grains, that is known as the stamen. Stamen consists of anther and the filament. Okay, now let's see what in store we have in the whiteboard. Okay, in our smart board. Okay, you are from class 6 and let's explore our world to just see what is there in store for you in our Tata Class 8 smart board. Alright, just have a look. I hope it is visible to all of you. I said it is from chapter 8 and let's watch the flower. Today the important thing is we have to watch the flower. And pay attention over here because I may ask questions to you regarding the flower. If you are listening very carefully, you will be able to answer those. Okay. Just a minute, children. Have patience. All right. So here I am showing you the structure of a flower 3D. Just have a look at it, all of you. See, there's a very beautiful flower on your screen. I hope it's visible.
The structure of a flower.
No,
Flowers
ma'am.
come in a variety
It
of
is not
colors,
visible.
shapes and sizes, and they serve as the
Okay, is the sound audible? Is the sound audible to you? Not audible, not visible also.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the sound is not audible.
Okay, just a minute. I'm sharing the screen once again. Let's do it once again. Huh? Okay, need not worry.
Ma'am, you off the video and then on this screen.
Okay, okay.
reproductive
Now you
structures
see,
of flowering
is it
plants.
audible? Is it visible?
Although flowers differ in
Yes,
so many
ma'am.
ways, their primary
not.
components
Yes, ma'am.
See here on your screen now it is the favorite flower, sunflower. Whose was it?
Yes, ma'am.
Buddha Dev's favorite flower was sunflower, no? See here we can see a sunflower, we have a marigold, and the starting we had hibiscus and what is that, rose.
always remain the same.
The flowers.
To better understand the structure, let's create an imaginary flower and
So this on the screen you have an imaginary flower. I'll just put my arrow. You can see this is the female part. I told you about the name, stigma, style and ovary. And these white structures beside that are the male part. Okay. So let us see how the structure of
look at the parts.
plant.
A flower will extend from the plant on a small stalk called a pedicel. The tip of the pedicel will widen into a receptacle that holds the different parts of the flower. These parts are the floral whorls. The whorl is the arrangement of petals or sepals in a circle around a specific point. A flower is made up of 4 concentric whorls.
So here you see it is made of 4 concentric whorls. What are they? They are the sepals, the green structures that I already showed you. Here in this you can see that the sepals are green in color. Okay, they are green in color, they are known as your sepals. What is their main function? They protect the flower during the bud condition. And you see this is the petals. Petals are otherwise also known as corolla. They are colorful to attract insects and for their beautiful scent because of the nectaries that are present at the base of the flower. This is the male part of the flower. It is also known as stamen. It consists of 2 structures, that is the anther and the filament. The top one is the anther. It contains the pollen grains. The lower structures just like a cord, just like a stick, that is known as your filament. And this is the female part of the flower. It is also known as pistil. It is also known as carpel. This is the female part. Let's see what it tells us. Just listen.
The calyx, the corolla, the androecium, and the gynoecium. The calyx is the outermost whorl, and it's made up of leaf-like structures called sepals. This layer protects the flower during the bud stage. And
So I said you it protects the flower during the bud stage. Okay. Just a minute, children. It has been logged out. Anyways, so you got an idea that how it works for a flower. Just a minute, because I was explaining, it went out. No problem. We'll log in again. Okay. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Okay, it's very wonderful. If we try to explore the world, this way we should explore the world. Okay, we should try to learn by ourselves so that things can become easier for us. By doing it theoretically, by doing it practically, it will enhance our strength of memorizing things. Okay, only just by sitting for the theory class and not doing it practically by ourselves. That means I mean you. The teacher will tell you everything, but it is your duty to just go into it and find out really whether it exists such way. Okay, so I have come back to the screen and let's see what the flower tells again. So we may have some questions regarding this. We were in the 3D part, right? Okay, after looking into this, I will question you, so be ready to answer.
this to the reddish pink of a rose. Petals also grow during photosynthesis. The next
Protects the
floral
body.
whorl, the
It's
corolla,
green in color
is
and
made
also
of the
functions as
familiar, colorful,
photosynthesis.
delicate
What the function of
structures called
photosynthesis?
petals.
These are the petals, very colorful to
The
attract.
petals are usually colorful, from the bright yellow of a sunflower to the reddish pink of a rose. Petals also grow in a variety of shapes.
Note the shape of the petals also, children. Every petals are colored differently, no doubt, but their shapes also vary. Alag hai.
The corolla attracts insects
attracting
such as
insects.
bees for the purpose of pollination. The androecium is the next whorl.
So the other name of the male part, that is anther and filament, you know it is stamen. It is also known as androecium. You can see that the spelling ANDROECIUM, androecium.
This is the plant's male reproductive organs, which are the stamens. Each stamen is generally made up of a thin, long filament on which anthers are present.
So I told you it is made up of filament and anther.
These anthers contain pollen. As they mature, they will split open and release pollen grains into the air. The last whorl is the gynoecium.
So this is the female part of the flower, the stigma, style and the ovary. It is otherwise also known as gynoecium.
Also called the pistil. This is the female reproductive organ of the flower. The pistil consists of a swollen ovary at the base, a long tubular structure known as the style, and a sticky tip called the stigma. If we cut the ovary into half, we can see chambers known as locules in which ovules are attached.
Remember, the chambers in which the unmature seeds are there are said to be our locules. This is not written in your book. So this is the thing you have to understand. And in this, locules are nothing but chambers. It's just like rooms where you can find seeds. Alright, the seeds are known as your ovules.
These tiny ovules are the future seeds. Summary. The flower is the reproductive structure of a flowering plant. The flower is made up of 4 whorls: the calyx, the corolla, the androecium and the gynoecium. The calyx is made up of sepals. The corolla is a group of petals. The androecium is the male reproductive organs of a flower. The gynoecium is the female reproductive organs of a flower.
So today, let me use the whiteboard for you just to make it more simple. Let me use the text box so that we can write down something. Okay, let's use this. Just a minute. I'm trying to make the text box visible just to make you know that we are not only reading it, we are also summarizing it. Okay. So what did we learn about flower? The flower is the important part of a plant, as it helps in reproduction. What are the things we studied? We studied that a flower has 4 whorls. Let me just write it down. There are 4 whorls. Okay. And what are those? They are your calyx. In bracket, what is calyx otherwise also known as? It is known as your sepals. Then we have petals, or we'll say the other name of petals is corolla. C-O-R-O-L-L-A, corolla. Petals. Okay. And the next one is your androecium. Androecium is the male part of the flower. It is the male part of a flower. What does androecium consist of? It consists of the anther and the filament. And the last part is your gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female part of a flower. The female part, the stigma, style and the ovary. So all of these parts totally constitute in a flower. And you know children, one more thing. This marigold is otherwise also called as inflorescence. Inflorescence are many flowers. These petals that you see, actually these are not petals. These are many flowers in one. So this is also known as inflorescence. I'll tell about inflorescence in the next class, but now just have a look. Okay. So just let me see. Achha. So did you all write down something about this flower? So flower has presence of 4 whorls. It is also known as the reproductive organ of a plant. It consists of calyx, sepals. Calyx otherwise also known as sepals. The corolla is known as petals. The androecium is the male part and the gynoecium is the female part. Alright. And so let us use it just to know that we can answer some of the questions regarding this lesson. So according to our question bank that is there with us on the smart board, we can find different systems that are there. Just a minute children, I'm trying to make it more visible to you. Okay, here all it is told about stems. See, beautiful part, it has just gone away. See here, this is a picture of a flower in exam. This way the questions will be asked, labelings you have to do. Okay. So I told it's very clearly visible in hibiscus. So if it is asked which part, see this question, which part of the plant helps identify a plant quickly? Which part? These all parts. The colorful petals makes a plant to be identified more clearly. Then if it is asked to write down the order of the floral whorls, I hope you will be able to write down. Just now we studied now the sepals, the petals, the androecium and the gynoecium. Androecium is otherwise also known as stamens and the gynoecium is known as pistil or carpel. It's the same thing. Okay. So that way if any questions are coming which take part in pollination, pollen grains take part in pollination. Or in the insects are also there in that. What protects the flower in the bud stage? You can answer. Sepals are the organs that protect the flower in the bud stage. And the sepals, other name is your calyx. Okay, so this way you can write down. Okay, then let us see about the quiz that is there over here. See here we have some quiz for you. There are 16 questions in the quiz regarding the lesson. See again, once again the flower, the diagram has come. So in this picture you have to identify the parts that are there. Here it is 1 and 2, here it is 3, 4, 5. So you have to identify whether they are anther and stamen, whether they are stamen and ovary, they are pistil and filament or stamen and pistil. I already said you, stamen is the male part, pistil is the female part. So let us take this. I think this will be appropriate. And let us submit and see. Yes, it is the right answer. Likewise, you have to use up. Just now I said you, a group of sepals is called corolla, calyx, androecium, gynoecium. Yes, anyone? Can you?
Ma'am, corolla.
Wrong answer. It is calyx.
Ma'am, calyx.
Yes, it is known as calyx. When we submit it, we'll get, see, tick mark, green tick mark. And here you have to arrange the order of the whorls that is there. I think this is appropriate. First calyx, sepals, corolla, petals, androecium, the male part and then the female part. Let us see if we tick it what the answer would be and let us submit it and see. It is correct. Okay. Yes. And here we have, which of the following statements are features of the ovary of a flower? Ovary is the, which one will be, children? It protects the ovule, or it is a female productive system? Which one? Or it develops into a seed?
Female reproductive system.
Female reproductive system.
See, ovary is always a female. So here it is asked, which of the following statements? I think it is a part of the female reproductive system. It protects the ovule. Then it develops into seed after fertilization. There are three options. I think so. Let's see whether it's correct or not. Oh, so only these two are correct. I am wrong for this. So you should not make this mistake. Okay. Then the next question. The answers are present on top of a hollow tube known as dash. What is that hollow tube? It is the filament. Good. It is the filament. So today I have already asked you 5 questions. Let us go to the 6th question. We'll do 8 questions today and 6 questions in the next class. So when the flower is still a bud, the petals are covered with which of these? Hurry up, say.
Petals. Sepals.
Sepals. Yes. And we get the answer for this. It is sepals. Okay, let's move with the 7th question. The 7th question says, in flowers, the pollen tube has dash at the time of entering into ovule. This I have not taught. You have to use your brain. How many gametes does it have? It has only one gamete. Ma'am, what is gamete? Gamete means one cell, a reproductive cell. It's wrong. How many are there?
Ma'am, 3 male gametes.
I think there are 2.
Ma'am, 2.
Yes, correct. I think Adarsh has said the answer. Okay, so there are 2 male gametes. You have just guessed it and you are correct. The last question for the day is question number 8. If the pollen is transferred to the stigma of the same flower, this also I have not told you yet.
None of the above.
It is transferred to, say here, when it is given same flower, the word is autogamy. Auto means self, like we have heard of autotrophs, na? Self-preparers. Autogamy means self-preparation. So let us see whether it is correct or not for you all. Yes, it's correct. Because here the question is, if the pollen is transferred to the stigma of the same flower, तो अपने आप में ही होगा ना. So that thing you have. See, any questions, it is never difficult. The thing is, you have to answer it and think about it correctly. Okay? Yes. So nice. And rest of the 8 questions, when we read the chapter again, more 8 questions will be asked. And your task today is, you will have to just think and write down about how the flower is the important organ for the plant, how it helps in reproduction, and what are the whorls that are present. Whorls, W-H-O-R-L-S, whorls is nothing but the parts of the flower. Okay? Yes. So it was nice showing you the different colorful parts that are there in the flower. Okay? Yes. So this is the thing that we have studied. Please see that you do it at your home